Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Hey ladies, can we please talk about the double standards that we perpetuate? Never in my goddamn life did I think I'm gonna get on this app and defend men. But also, we need to talk about it. You know when you get like a really weird Instagram comment or a really weird DM, or you're walking down the street and an ugly man you, or cat calls you, God forbid. Sit with that uncomfortability for a second, and then consider why you feel so comfortable saying weird shit in men's comments. You see a glorious looking man. You see a very fine specimen of a gentleman. And your first instinct is to say, ugh, a tear just rolled down my leg. My ride is here. Slow and raw and passionate. Excuse me, you do not know that man. You don't know these people. And I can guarantee, God forbid, a man say any of those things to us. Oh my God! What gave you the bravery to say that to somebody you don't know? Because that's gross. Just because he's a man does not mean that he wants to hear that. Does not mean that he wants to see that. Quite frankly, I think anybody would get a little bit uncomfortable at strangers saying stuff like that. And I feel like, well, because it's men, they must like it. Nobody likes to be treated like an object. Just saying. So stop that. You should be very uncomfortable by what you're saying. I don't know how you don't get icked out by yourself. That's gross and that's weird. Stop.
They won't, cause what's a girl to do now? They'll be the same women who kept yelling at men to leave them alone, and when men said okay, they realized that men meant it when they said okay, and now they think that would be the best way to gain a man's attention.
I need to know if I'm an absolute bitch for having this opinion, but it's hugely controversial and I need to know your stance. I go to the gym a lot. I'm somebody who trains almost I would train every day if I could. Ladies, I seriously believe that you cannot be on the side of the people who say, I don't want to be looked at in the gym. I hate people staring at my body. But at the same time, wear those tiny weeny little scrunch shorts that go up your and a little bra, because surely that entire outfit is just screaming, someone please look at me. I totally get it. We should have a safe environment. Women shouldn't feel like they're in danger when they're training at the gym. We're always going to get looked at. That's the if you're perpetuating the issue by deliberately wearing tiny weeny little scrunch shorts that make your ass look great, people are going to stare. That's what they're going to do. You cannot be somebody who complains about women getting stared at and then wear a tiny little bra with your bum out. And I know it shouldn't be an issue, but it is. It is an issue and it's probably never going to go away. Help yourselves. If you know it's going to attract the wrong kind of attention, even though it's attention that you just don't do it. I know I'm going to sound like a bitch, but I'm right.
If you say so, I'm not really sure what was the point you were trying to make. People are gonna look even more when you dress like that, and they shouldn't look. Shouldn't the argument be have some decency? You can walk inside the gym butt naked, but that doesn't mean you should do it. If your point was have some common sense, then you dressing like that, it's not perpetuating a problem. It's more like you're part of that problem.
Have you ever wondered why men like this would pay for something they could get for free? I was in a for 6 years, so I know that while Pretty Woman may be fiction, some of what it depicts isn't far from real life. And it is happening right under your nose every day. You might think men who pay for are a certain type of unethical person, but that is far from the truth. Want to know who clients mainly are? Trigger alert, they're your dad. That's right, normal everyday guys like your dad are the primary users of these services. And here are the two main reasons why. Number one, they want to feel adored and wanted. Many men use for basic human touch and affection. And number two, they lack the confidence to approach women. Men are expected to instigate in romantic situations, risking rejection, which is painful. It's no wonder many are willing to pay to avoid it.
When you show a rich and powerful man, you cannot make the argument that they're afraid of rejection. Even if I'm wrong and you are right, there are quite a few more reasons for why men choose to get some of those services. Probably the biggest one is when he's done, you leave. Another reason could be they don't want to go through the hassle of having a relationship. Another reason could be they worked hard for their entire life and they're not willing to lose everything just because they got involved with a woman. Hiring you for your services could be in some cases just more convenient.
Why is it the guys that I find attractive and they don't drink are always taken and live out of state? I just want to find my person for me and only me.
I hate to be that guy, but you look like a Picasso painting gone wrong. And I do wish you all the luck in the world, but I don't think you'll find that person unless he drinks.
I said that attractive women are much more common than attractive men, and all the men in the comment section were like, that's not true. Men are so much hotter than women. You think men are hotter than women? I don't know if you realize this, but that kind of makes you gay.
Oh, does it? Sure, why not? But let me see if I got this right. Still in 2025, when it comes to dating, the most shaming tactic that is being used is if you don't agree with everything she just said, you are into men. But with everything else outside of dating, I can just follow you into your bathroom and that will be fine. Even worse, that would be fine with you and not me. And then if I don't agree with you in everything you say, I'm into men, but you don't seem to have anything to say when it comes to this.
What is a woman?
I'm not going to be answering that.
No? Is it too hard? Like, is defining a woman so difficult that we don't even know the definition of a woman? It's tough, isn't it?
Hey, you know what? Maybe she was right all along. Since we don't even know what a woman is, how can I be into women?
Yes, men do think that we would be jealous if they ran off with robots, and the reason that they think that is because they would be jealous if it was the other way around. Obviously, the closest thing we have to this is female toys, and so many men are jealous of that equipment. So many men try and stop women from using that equipment, either on their own or when they are both in the bedroom, and that is because it makes them feel inadequate. So yeah, their reputation precedes them, and I'm sure the idea that we would create an entire man-like robot type thing and run away with it and have no need for them anymore probably would make them feel quite jealous.
First of all, you have hundreds of videos saying you don't need no men, so there will be no difference. Second, why would you even need a robot when you have that special equipment in your bedroom? Third, saying that you're gonna build a robot doesn't really work. What you meant to say is you're gonna be begging men to build you a robot. So why exactly would men be jealous if they're gonna build you one just to get you to shut up? But in the end, I can still respect the confidence they have to say the most ridiculous things out loud.
I know this was meant in like a sort of complimentary way. I've been single for 3.5 years, maybe 4? No, yeah, 3.5 years. And I will continue to be single until I can meet someone who is going to make my life better. It's as simple as that. So yeah, like I could go out and find some guy probably if I wanted to, but I don't just want some guy. I want the right guy. So I will be single for as long as it takes.
As long as you keep in mind it may never happen, sure. Now maybe one of you can explain this to me. Women get higher education, at least in higher numbers than men do. Women now make more money than men. Women have more fulfilling careers because only men still have jobs. So then, what do women mean when they say, I want to find a man who's gonna make my life better? Because going by everything I've just listed, your life is more than perfect.
I am 29 years old and I literally have like no friends. And the reason I'm sharing this here on TikTok is because I have been seeing some discourse on here about girls who are in their late 20s who are just openly talking about this. And yeah, I want you to know that you are not alone. You are not alone. I am a part of this group of girls who are in their late 20s who don't have friends. And one of the reasons why I feel like I don't have friends is partly my own fault because I have been traveling the world. I have been living abroad for the last couple of years, and I understand that, you know, friendships take work. It goes both ways, and it's been just difficult to nurture those relationships. And I literally have like 2 friends who I just talk to here and there, not really much. Like I definitely don't have like a bestie who's like who I'm always talking to. But it's just been something that like has been weighing on my mind as, you know, I just turned 29. I'm going to be 30 next year. I think about it. I'm like, wow, I'm going to hit that age soon where I do want to get married soon, maybe in my mid 30s and, you know, have a baby. And I can't imagine like not having friends or a circle of people who love me and support me around me. And I don't know, it just kind of makes me sad.
Oh no. Anyway, so there is this thing called men loneliness thingy, right? Even though men are not talking about it, men never said anything about it. And yes, the article that was written about male loneliness was about men that lack the ability to form male friendships. On the other hand, so many women like this lady here went on TikTok complaining that they don't have friends. And yet there's not a single article written about women loneliness thingy. Anyone else find that weird or just me?
Dinner for one.
I said dinner for one. I was just referring to the fact that I just ordered dinner for myself because I'm just the one in my household. So I'm single. Yeah. It's good though. I think every woman should experience being single. You know, it teaches you independence. I've been single for 5 years, so I'm very comfortable with it. Where are you from? You probably have a lot of deliveries. Sorry, I'm from Boston, East Coast girl. You could probably tell that from a mile away, right? You have really pretty hair. Is that plugs? You can tell me. No, they probably don't pay you enough delivering food for plugs, do they? How much do they pay you? We shouldn't talk about money on a first date. Sorry about that. That was very rude. Not that this is a date. I'm just because we have a connection, obviously. So it's funny when I was a kid. Sorry. Oh, you don't speak English. Oh, bye.
Not only that, I will never be jealous of her getting a special toy or equipment, but I'm even gonna be the first one to say it. She really does need one. But at least she is, what was it, experiencing how to be single, so that's a plus, right?
We've arrived at our destination.
Okay, how much is it going to be?
About 200 quid.
I think I forgot my purse. Is there another option?
I don't live too far away. I'm sure we can sort something out.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, and this one as well.
Alright, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.